Hey Dreamers, this is Jade and I am getting into my May 2021 flip. Here I just did a little B for my intro page. I don't really care for the way the eyes turned out, but whatever, we're gonna roll with it. First of all, on the 3rd is when I got into my car accident. And here is what she looked like in the front. Poor thing. But so I just wanted to do this page to kind of give my car, my old car, I call her Old Roller, her flowers, because she has been with me since 2004. And when I tell you that car has been the best car, I've never had a real issue with her, like no like engine or transmission issues or anything like that. Probably the most thing that had to be repaired on her one time, I couldn't get the trunk to open anymore, so I had to get that repaired. Other than that, I mean, it's just a good car, and she still works just fine. Like, she got me from A to B. There was a few things I didn't care for about the car, but overall, absolutely am in love with this car. Like, that was my girl. She's my girl, okay? But anyway, so I just want to say thank you, give her flowers for, look, trekking me back and forth to wherever I needed to go for all of this time and keeping me safe. I appreciate her. So I just did this little thing here, and like I said, this is when I got my car accident, and then I just did my journaling in here and stuck a few pictures of what she looked like after my accident on the inside. So that's pretty much what happened on the 3rd. Thankfully everybody was safe. On the 9th, my cousins stopped by. They were coming from somewhere and on their way back home to Virginia, so they like to stop through here when they do that. So it was good to see them. And I around this time I had been thinking about getting a new car, and I had been looking around, and I had saw the Acura ILX, and like I said, it was insta love. So after they had left, me and my mom hopped in the car and we drove to the nearest Acura lot, and it was closed, so we were able to just kind of look around and see stuff without being bothered by anybody. And I wanted to see up close and in person what the car I really liked looked like. And yeah, I couldn't find the black one on the lot at the moment that I had seen online, but I saw the other colors, and I loved it. The outside of it, the shape of it, looking on the inside, I loved it. So I was like, I think I know I've made the decision on what I want. So that's pretty much what was going on the 9th. And then the 25th, I finished my binge of Supernatural season 15. I love this show. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. It is one of my all-time favorite shows. I am so thankful for these characters. They got me through a rough period in my life. Like, this is one of those, it's one of my comfort shows, because when I was going through it, I started watching this show, and hats off to the cast and this story. It's beautiful. I love it. Sam and Dean. I'm a Dean girl. I love Dean. He's my favorite. But of course, I love all of them. Sam, Dean, Castiel, the whole crew, Bobby, just Charlie. I can't, you know what? I can't even, I'm not even gonna, okay? I'm sad it's over, but I'm personally satisfied with the way it ended. I know a lot of people were complaining about it, but like I said, I'm satisfied with it. I was wrecked on the last show. But yeah, and actually I feel like it could have ended with episode 19 with how they did it or whatever. I was like, oh, okay, this is, and then I was like, oh no, there's one more show. That's the one I was crying on. But yeah, actually 19 too at the end. But anyway, we're just gonna keep moving on. Great show. If you haven't watched it, pull up Netflix and take the ride. Take the ride. I'm telling you, take the ride. Okay. And here on the 29th is when I actually solidified it and went and got my new car. And it's funny because, okay, I'm gonna try to give a truncated version of this story. I got into the car back in March. Okay, back in March is when I started manifesting for a new car. I started writing down, I love my brand new car. At the time, I had wanted a specific model or whatever. But I just started writing that down, and then I would visualize when I was going down the steps where I would see my car. I would see a black car there, what I wanted, da 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 da, or whatever. So May is when I got into the car accident, and I realized when I got in the car accident, I was like, oh, this is my bridge of incidents to get me to what it is that I want. If you don't know what bridge of incidents is, I would look up Neville Goddard. But anyway, I realized that that's what that was. I was like, this is what's going to carry me into my manifestation. Because for me, when I'm manifesting stuff, something funky usually happens. On the outside, it looks like something bad has happened. However, it always turns out for my good, okay? So my accident happened. I was so here I was faced with, do I get a new car? Do I fix the old car? I really wanted to keep my old car, but I still wanted a new car. For sentimental reasons, I wanted to keep my old car. Well, it worked out that I was able to get my old car fixed and keep it and still get a new one. The car that I wanted. The one that I wanted before, I found out the it was a Lexus. And the model that I wanted, I found out they stopped making in 2015. But I also knew that I wanted a more current car. I wanted the car to be quiet. I wanted it to be black. I wanted the inside to be, the interior to be either gray or black, like a dark color. I definitely wanted heated seats. I wanted Bluetooth so I could just play my playlists or Spotify from my phone. So that was like the basics of what I wanted in the car. Like I said, I found that in the Acura ILX. When I found out that they no longer made the Lexus, I started looking elsewhere. Found the Acura ILX. The shape of it looks very similar to the car that I wanted. It was a 2021. So I mean, I got everything I wanted. I got to keep my car. I got a brand new car that I really like, really want. I mean, it's just everything worked out because I believed that everything would work out, and it did. So got my new car on the 29th. Very happy about it. Love this. I love this car. And then on my May favorites, a few things I watched. Wasn't hardcore listening to any specific music during the month of May, but I did enjoy The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Poor Sam, just not feeling good enough and stuff. When I'm like, no, but Steve chose you. He chose you for a reason. Like, stop. You got to stop with the insecure stuff. And then I just love the friendship that developed between him and Bucky. So really enjoyed that show. Selena, the series, season 2 came out, and again, your girl was gutted. It was like I had watched the movie all. It was just, I'm like, okay, they have just really set up the woman that played Yolanda to be hated, for this new generation to be hated like the other actor that played Yolanda in the movie. Y'all just really set her up like that. But it was good. I did hear that the husband wasn't very happy with the series because this was more so under the direction of what do you call it, the dad and like the family, and so it was kind of a cookie cutter version and not so much what really happened. But I don't get into all that. So anyway, but my watch list for this month was The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I watched The Irregulars on Netflix. That was a pretty good show, but I found out that they cut the second. They won't be having a second season, so I wouldn't even bother watching it. And then this show called The Sons of Sam, A Descent into Darkness. Oh my God, that was crazy, but that was so good. And there is basically this theory, which to me, it makes a lot of sense if you watch it. It's on Netflix, that there was more than one son of Sam. And then it had to do with like these cults and all this other kind of stuff. But I would watch it. I would just watch it. And then they got into how it connected to like Charles Manson. Just watch it. And then This Is a Robbery, the world's biggest art heist. That was pretty interesting as well. Of course, Selena the series. And I finished Supernatural, as you just saw. Books I read was The Savior by J.R. Ward, Black Tiger Brotherhood series. Perfect. Love the series. Perfect. A Duke by Default by Alyssa Cole. The Reluctant Royal series, as you guys I've mentioned before. I have been reading a lot more multicultural books, as far as like romance books, and it's like, you know, the man and the woman, the cultures are different. So that's been fun. And again, supernatural, saving people, hunting things, the family business. So that's pretty much it for the month of May. If you have any comments or questions about anything, definitely leave those below. If you like this content, then please give this video a thumbs up, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.